In the United Kingdom and indeed across much of the world there is perhaps no royal more beloved or more closely watched than Catherine the Princess of Wales. On the surface her life seems straight from a storybook, the elegant palaces, the dazzling jewels, the adoring crowds lining red carpets at every royal event. Catherine, with her effortless poise and radiant smile, appears to live a life of glamour and privilege, a modern-day fairy tale played out in the grandest theaters of British tradition. Yet, as so many close to her know all too well, the reality is far more complex. The path that has led Catherine to her place at the heart of the royal family is one marked not only by privilege but by immense pressure, private heartbreak, and now a very public battle with illness that has changed everything behind the headlines and photo ops. Catherine's journey has been defined by resilience in the face of tragedies that have left an indelible mark not only on her spirit but on her health. Although the world watched with relief as Kensington Palace finally announced her remission from cancer in late 2024, insiders have continued to stress that any return to her royal duties would be measured carefully, taken day by day, and guided entirely by the unpredictable rhythms of her recovery. Still, the princess's sudden absence from royal acetate, a cornerstone event on the royal calendar, sent shockwaves through both the palace and the public, reigniting rumors, whispers, and a fresh wave of anxiety behind palace walls, shock and confusion inside the palace. The news broke like a thunderclap. The royal staff, usually well prepared for any contingency, found themselves reeling. "What is going on?" became the refrain, whispered through corridors as aides tried to make sense of Catherine's withdrawal. 1 minute she was set to appear at the prestigious racing event, her name on the official guest list, her outfit selected, her place in the royal procession confirmed. The next minute, everything changed. Catherine was out, and there was no explanation. It's impossible to overstate the weight of such a decision. Royal Escute isn't just another social gathering, it is a centuries-old tradition, a week that brings together the most influential figures in British society, all eyes fixed on the royal box. For the Princess of Wales to miss such an event on a whim, as one source put it, is simply unheard of. The very abruptness of the announcement, the lack of any formal statement, the scramble among palace staff only deepened the sense of alarm. For some, the confusion was eerily reminiscent of the dark winter of the previous year, when rumors of Catherine's illness first began to swirl. The silence from official channels then as now only amplified the sense of uncertainty. What was truly going on? Was the princess's health more precarious than the public had been led to believe? Insider panic and a stunning revelation on Tuesday. A bombshell report from the respected royal journalist Conker Koya made extraordinary claims, citing unnamed sources with direct knowledge of the situation. Koya revealed that Catherine had awakened on Wednesday, June 18, feeling distinctly unwell, enough so that palace doctors were summoned to her side. Despite their best efforts, her condition did not improve over the course of the day, and it was ultimately decided she should be taken to the hospital for further care. The decision caught even some of Catherine's closest aides by surprise. "We really thought she would get better after a bit of rest," admitted a source with direct ties to the royal household, "but she didn't, and it was clear she needed proper medical attention." In the days that followed, the palace communications team did their best to downplay the situation. No formal statement was ever issued. Instead, royal correspondents were left to stitch together the narrative from off. There were cord comments and sidelong glances, but the lack of transparency only fueled concern. Public expectations remained sky high. After all, this was the woman millions have watched for years, who seemed to embody strength and grace, no matter what storm she faced. But those closest to her saw the reality. Catherine's body and spirit had been pushed to their limits, a struggle hidden behind closed doors. For those inside the palace, it was a clear turning point. Her health struggles have given her mental clarity regarding her priorities. One family confidant noted, in other words, Catherine was beginning to make hard decisions about what she could and could not take on some levels. "I actually think this is positive," added the insider. "Anyone who has been through something like this will tell you can feel unwell for a long time afterward. It can take years to recover."